How to tell if a girl likes you, but is trying to hide it. Have you ever caught yourself wondering if someone secretly likes you, but just isn't ready to show it? It's one of those mysteries that can leave you second, guessing every look, every smile, and every word. But here's the thing. Understanding hidden feelings isn't just about curiosity. It's about building better connections, navigating relationships with confidence, and recognizing the subtle ways people express their emotions. So what can you expect from this video? By the end, you'll have clear, actionable insights to help you decode those subtle signs, with real-life examples that make it easy to spot the difference between friendly gestures and hidden attraction. Stick around, because you might just discover that someone close to you has been waiting for you to notice their true feelings all along. Let's dive into something that often leaves people puzzled. Why would a girl hide her feelings if she likes you? The answer lies in understanding the deeper psychology behind it. First, there's the fear of rejection. Nobody wants to risk opening up to someone only to face the sting of rejection. For many women, the idea of being vulnerable in this way feels overwhelming, especially if they're unsure about your feelings. Then there are cultural or societal expectations. In some circles, women are taught to be subtle, to let the other person make the first move, or to avoid appearing too forward. This conditioning often leads to hesitation, even when the interest is genuine. Another reason is uncertainty about mutual feelings. Imagine being in a workplace or a tight social circle. What if she's worried about making things awkward or ruining the dynamic if her feelings aren't reciprocated? And let's not forget, self-protection. Many women hide their emotions as a way to shield their hearts from disappointment. It's a natural defense mechanism when vulnerability feels too risky. Picture this: a coworker who always laughs at your jokes but avoids deeper conversations, or a friend who's suddenly nervous around you. These are real-life scenarios where hidden feelings might play out. Understanding these motivations is crucial. Misinterpreting her behavior could lead to frustration or missed opportunities, and being aware of these nuances helps you approach the situation with empathy by knowing why she might hide her feelings. You're already one step closer to recognizing the signs she's trying to show you without saying a word. Subtle signs she likes you but hides it. Let's start with one of the most telling indicators: body language cues. Even when words fail, the body often reveals what's hidden beneath the surface. First, eye contact. If she frequently glances at you but quickly looks away. When you notice it's a strong sign she's interested but nervous about being too obvious. These fleeting moments of eye contact can feel like she's testing the waters, gauging your reaction before letting her feelings show. Next, physical proximity. Pay attention to how close she stands. When you're together, does she find reasons to sit next to you at group events, or subtly close the gap when you're talking? Standing or sitting closer than necessary often suggests she's drawn to your presence even if she's not vocal about it. And finally, nervous gestures. Watch for subtle habits like playing with her hair, fidgeting with objects, or even avoiding prolonged eye contact. These behaviors are often subconscious ways of managing the nervous energy that comes with being near someone she likes. At the same time, they can reveal her struggle to keep her feelings hidden. Body language speaks volumes. If you know how to read it, the key is to observe patterns. Over time, one glance or moment of closeness might not mean much, but consistent behavior like this is a clear clue she's interested, but holding back. Let's move on to emotional signals, another layer of subtle signs she likes you but is trying to hide it. Emotions are harder to mask than you think, and they often show up in her behavior toward you. First, consider how much effort she puts into engaging with you. If she consistently initiates conversations, asks about your day, or follows up on things you've mentioned, she's likely invested. It's not just about talking, it's about how much she wants to connect with you on a deeper level, even if she's not ready to admit it. Outright, next watch for acts of kindness and attentiveness. Is she unusually supportive of your goals or goes out of her way to do thoughtful things for you? Whether it's remembering small details about your preferences or being there when you need someone to talk to. This extra care is often a way of showing affection without directly saying, "I like you." And here's a big one. Jealousy if she seems visibly uncomfortable, able or distant when you're interacting with other women. That's a powerful emotional signal. She might not express it openly, but subtle changes in her tone, mood, or behavior during these moments can reveal what she's trying to keep hidden. Emotional signals are harder to fake, and they often shine through in her actions. If she's making consistent efforts to connect with you, being unusually thoughtful or reacting strongly to your attention toward others, you might be closer to the truth than you realize. Now, let's talk about behavioral patterns, which are often the clearest indicators of hidden interest. These are the recurring actions that reveal her feelings, even when she tries to mask them. First, pay attention to how she communicates with you. Does she respond quickly to your texts, but the conversation stays casual? This frequent but indirect communication shows she wants to maintain a connection without being too obvious. She might ask random questions or share light-hearted updates, all as a way to stay on your radar. Then, notice how much she remembers about you. If she brings up small details you've mentioned in passing, like your favorite coffee order, a story from your childhood, or a goal you're working on, it's a sign she's paying more attention than she lets on. Remembering these things often signals genuine interest and emotional investment. Finally, consider how often she finds reasons to be around you. Maybe she accidentally bumps into you at the end, or creates excuses to spend time together. For example, she might ask for your help with something, suggest group activities where you're likely to join, or find subtle ways to cross paths. These efforts to share the same space, even under the guise of casualness, often reveal what words won't. Behavioral patterns like these are often hard to ignore if she's making consistent efforts to communicate, remembering the little things and finding ways to be near you. It's clear her feelings are stronger than she's letting on before we proceed. If you find value in this video, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and makes you an integral part of our journey, and we deeply appreciate your contribution. Now let's return to our discussion. Let's talk about common misinterpretations and how to avoid them, because not everything that seems like interest actually is. One of the biggest pitfalls is confusing politeness for attraction. Some women are naturally warm and courteous. They'll smile, engage in conversation, and make you feel comfortable. But this doesn't necessarily mean they're interested in more. Similarly, friendliness can be mistaken for romantic intent. A woman who enjoys being around people might give you extra attention simply because she values your company, not because she's hiding deeper feelings. Then there's the tricky one seeking attention. Some behavior, like laughing at your jokes or complimenting you, might stem from a desire for validation rather than romantic interest. It's important not to overanalyze every gesture. So how can you tell the difference? Genuine hidden feelings are usually consistent and personal. If her efforts to connect are thoughtful and specific, like remembering details about your life or creating opportunities to be near you, it's more likely she has an emotional investment. The key here is patience. Avoid jumping to conclusions based on isolated incidents. Take the time to observe her behavior over a longer period. Look for patterns and align them with the context of your relationship. Finally, don't assume a little curiosity. And open-mindedness can go a long way in avoiding misunderstandings and building stronger connections. When in doubt, focus on creating a safe space where her feelings can surface. Naturally, let's dive into how to test the waters without pushing too hard, because confirming her interest requires a careful and respectful approach. Start with subtle compliments, for instance. Mention something specific you admire about her, like her sense of humor style or a recent accomplishment. Keep it casual and observe her reaction. Does she seem flattered, shy, or eager to keep the conversation going? These little moments can provide valuable insight into how she feels next. Suggest low-pressure outings instead of jumping straight to a formal date. Invite her to something casual, like grabbing coffee, attending a group event, or checking out a local market. The key is to keep it relaxed and unassuming if she agrees and seems genuinely excited. It's a good sign she enjoys spending time with you. You can also try playful teasing or light flirting to gauge her comfort level, for example. Make a fun joke about something she's passionate about, or share a witty comment that sparks a laugh. Her response, whether she plays along, smiles warmly, or even teases you back, can reveal how comfortable she is with you, stepping into a more personal dynamic throughout this process. Remember the golden rule: respect boundaries, avoid overly direct or intense approaches that might make her feel pressured or uncomfortable. The goal is to create a safe, positive environment where her feelings can emerge naturally. By keeping things light, considerate, and fun, you can test the waters without pushing too hard, and in doing so, build a foundation of trust that allows genuine emotions to shine through. Now, let's talk about what to do if she likes you but is too shy to admit it. Navigating this situation requires sensitivity and thoughtful action to help her feel at ease. First, focus on building trust through consistent and genuine communication. Show her that you're reliable by keeping your promises, being attentive, and actively listening when she talks. Trust TR grows when she feels that your interest is sincere and not just fleeting. For example, follow up on things she shared, whether it's a goal she's working on or how her week has been. These small actions show her that you care. Next, be patient. Shy individuals often need time to open up. Rushing her or expecting immediate clarity about her feelings could backfire. Instead, let her express herself at her own pace. Respect the moments of silence or hesitation, and reassure her that you're not going anywhere. Finally, focus on creating safe environments where she feels valued and not judged. Whether it's a casual hangout or a deeper conversation, make sure she feels comfortable being herself around you. Compliment her character, celebrate her achievements, and encourage her when she doubts herself. These gestures help her feel secure in the connection. Remember, the goal isn't to force a confession, but to make her feel confident enough to share her feelings on her terms by fostering trust, practicing patience, and providing emotional safety. You'll not only help her overcome her shyness, but also strengthen the foundation of your relationship. Let's talk about signs she's not interested. It's important to recognize when someone isn't reciprocating your feelings to avoid misreading the situation. One clear sign is a lack of reciprocation in conversations. If she gives short one-word answers or doesn't engage with your questions, it's a sign she might not be interested in building a deeper connection. Another indicator is minimal effort to spend time with you. If she consistently cancels plans, avoids opportunities to meet, or doesn't seem enthusiastic about being around you, it's worth considering that her interest may not match yours. Finally, pay attention to explicit statements about her feelings. If she says she's not ready for a relationship or prefers to keep things platonic, respect her honesty. The best approach is to move on gracefully and respect her boundaries. Understanding her feelings is a sign of emotional maturity, and it's always better to invest your energy in someone who values you. Now let's recap. We've covered how to recognize subtle signs of interest, avoid common misinterpretations, and test the waters without overstepping. We've also discussed the importance of patience and how to identify when someone isn't interested. Remember, relationships take time and patience. It's perfectly okay if things don't work out. What matters most is how you grow from the experience. Understanding these signals doesn't just help in relationships, it enhances your emotional intelligence in every aspect of life. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. that helps you navigate the complexities of relationships with confidence.